Welcome back, everybody. Thank you for joining me here today so that we can discuss Black Knight. So this movie stars Martin Lawrence as a guy who worked at this medieval-themed, like, kind of recreation park. There's a big rival medieval park coming in, so there's like a lot of tension at work. He goes to clean the moat, and he sees this like kind of real interesting-looking medallion. Whenever he goes to get it, he ends up kind of like blacking out under the water. And when he wakes up, he's still in the water, except that he's been transported back to actual, like, medieval times. As you can imagine, he really stands out in the crowd for how he looks and for his attitude. And he is mistaken for some kind of a courier, and he kind of parlays that into living the good life for a while, knowing that, like, sooner or later his lies are going to catch up to him, especially whenever he's called upon to aid in this, like, huge clash between the people that he's met and their enemies. And so, of course, there's just one goofy thing after another happens, and that's kind of the story here of Black Knight. I'm a big Martin Lawrence fan. I think he's, like, unhinged. I think a lot of his movies that would otherwise be kind of like maybe just basic comedies or even like subpar comedies if they had other leads. Like, he's just such a bizarre, interesting person that he makes them, a little bit better and more entertaining. I don't know about better, but more entertaining and certainly funnier. And I think that's the case here with Black Knight. It's a real simple concept. It's one I'd imagine we've seen a million times, like a sitcom storyline, essentially. You get hit on the head, everything goes one way, then you get hit on the head and you go back to normal, learn your lessons and whatnot. But Martin Lawrence is great here. Again, for like what could just be like a pretty basic comedy, his, personality really enhances the material. I'm sure there was some like, ad-libbing going on as well. Seeing him interact with the different people was funny. And also just seeing Martin Lawrence in a medieval setting to me was really funny. So, I had a good time with the Black Knight. Is it like, always riotously hilarious? No. It's honestly a movie that probably would have been pretty forgettable if it hadn't have been for Martin Lawrence, even though really the production values are good and the supporting cast is actually really good as well. But it probably would have kind of slipped off the radar without such a kind of like chaotically charismatic lead actor, so to speak. But I think he carries the movie, and I think he carries the comedy, and then I think his co-stars kind of back him up to kind of fill the rest of the movie out, kind of. But I like Black Knight. I think it's funny. I think it's goofy. It's silly. And so I recommend it if you're just looking for like, kind of a turn your brain off and have a laugh and see Martin Lawrence interacting in a medieval world. But that's my review for Black Knight. If you want to check out more, I got a ton of movie reviews right here on YouTube. But until then, thanks for watching this one, and hopefully I'll see you soon.